Mechanical shed.
Bing!
Oh, absolutely ridiculous. Fancy storming into a yard like that. Waking me up at this time of morning. What time even is it? Oh.
The big station, as one might guess, has the busiest yard on the island. Unfortunately for Murdoch, a busy yard is a noisy one. The enormous engine was grateful not to be a shunter, for he could at least run out into the country for a brief moment of peace throughout the day.
1, 2, 3, 4, those engines. Oh, you better watch out, boys. It's Murdoch. Good morning, Murdoch. I've told them to keep quiet, it's all right now.
Trucks were wise never to misbehave for Murdoch. They were all intimidated by him. The other engines, however, though they meant well, often left Murdoch with boiler ache. One morning, Henry came into the yard as Murdoch was taking on water.
Hello. You look tired.
I am, Henry. I'd relocate if I had the choice.
Leave the railway? That's not wise in this day and age.
No, I meant acquire a station. But God will forbid Sodor's biggest goods engine be stationed away from the harbours. My bill is a blessing and a curse, I tell you that.
The noise?
Henry guessed.
Yes, it's getting on my nerves too. But it is that time of year, it's going to be...
It's always that time of year round here.
Complained Murdoch.
If it's not the festive season, then it's the spring, when everyone's getting ready for that time of year in the summer. Apparently our busiest season. Well, I'd give to idle in Wellsville Forest for a while.
You certainly should if you get the chance. The scenery is magnificent. I've not had the chance to visit myself lately. Oh, we're always so busy.
Hey, that's the problem.
Murdoch sympathised.
Everyone's so busy and noisy, and when it gets cold, people cheer themselves up with more noise.
I think it's called singing.
Some call it singing. Most should call it a racket. I suppose there is one consolation. For 2 whole days, the railway will stop. We can all stay in our silent sheds, doing nothing. Now that is the most wonderful time of year.
Just then, Molly came along, hoping to get a drink herself.
Excuse me, is there a queue for the tower? No, I'm just gossiping. Sorry, Molly. Here, she's all yours. Oh, thank you. Say, you're up early, Murdoch. Did you sleep all right? Oh, aye, I did. Until Macbeth and Macduff came charging into the yard. Oh, none of yous heard that from me.
Henry winked with a smirk.
Oh, actually, I'm glad I have the chance to speak to you.
Molly suddenly remembered.
The others in the shed were talking about our annual sing-song. The one we have over Christmas. Annual what now?
I best be going. See you both later.
Henry chortled away.
We were hoping to tell you about it. Every year, we all have a sing-song together, so we don't get bored sitting around in a shed for 2 days. With it being your first Christmas, we thought you might like to pick the first song. Well, that sounds great.
Murdoch didn't want to be dishonest, but he couldn't bear to hurt Molly's feelings.
How about Silent Night, please? I best go see if my train's ready. Of course. And I'll let the others know. It's going to the top of the list. Thank you.
I've checked with the supplement, so this one's got the go-ahead. Right, away guard. What was that? Oh, right.
Oh, finally. Come on, come on, come on, come come on. And before they start singing more flippin' carols. Oh, don't be such a humbug, Murdoch. No, how about they all stop making such a racket?
The grand goods engine flew calmly along the line. He was grateful to be out of the busy yards, but he knew his blissful peace was only temporary.
Soon it'll be another yarn, then another, then another. Not to mention day after day after, even the holiday now.
Murdoch coasted through the forest near Edward's station. Within the forest is a timber mill, hidden by the tall pines. Murdoch remembered what Henry had said.
Visit the forest sometime, eh? Maybe an engine in need of some quiet can rest in the woods for a few days.
Halfway along the main line, Murdoch stopped to pick up more goods. A tank engine shunted them onto his train while Murdoch noticed Nigel taking on water near the sheds. Nigel was a proud and lordly sort of engine, but he was terrible at remembering names.
I say, you big tangerine spaceship. Paul, is it?
Where'd you get Paul from? It's Murdoch.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, how is all at the big station?
Oh, it's loud. Too loud.
Poppycock. A railway can never be too loud, my dear Haddock.
Haddock?
Why, that's the trouble with modern railways these days. Too much purring and hissing. These diesel things lurk about.
Oh, for goodness sake, it's the 80s. You can't listen.
I dare
okay,
say.
right, he's not listening.
It takes me back to the days of the war. Oh, I'd say you know the one, but then you're too young. You never fought the war, did you, my dear engine?
Nigel.
Oh, I hope our railway, at least, is never that quiet again. We fought so it wouldn't have to be, I tell you. Oh, a railway, it should be allowed to make noise. All the whooshing and the clanking and the puffing and the whistling. Oh, just like back in good old Blighty. Oh, when I was stationed at Darlington.
Nigel!
Did you call, Padlock?
I'm sorry, I just need quiet. Particularly over the holiday. I fear I'm nae going to get it.
Oh, somewhere away from the bustle of the big station,
That's what I was thinking. Maybe somewhere like...
Well, we have space in the sheds here. I'm sure you'll fit in. And,
No, I mean, no. You didn't need to go to the trouble. I can't be too far away from the big station, I suppose.
Oh, of course. A good engine never leaves his post. Or in your case, strays too far from it, perhaps.
That timber mill near Wellsworth. Or like a nail.
Oh, goodness, no. You can't stay in that shed, Geoffrey. Oh, no, you'll be too exposed to the elements. Oh, it simply won't do.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Oh, I'd better go. Well, thank you anyway, Nigel. And it's Murdoch.
Murdoch? Godric Speed? I could have sworn my name was Nigel.
That night, Murdoch didn't sleep at the big station. Instead, he went further down the line as far as he could. The roundhouse was nicely sheltered and looked cosy, but it was the biggest shed on the island, and Murdoch had no interest in staying there. So he slept in the workshops close by. It was cold, and Murdoch could hear the other engines in the roundhouse.
What do you mean you never heard of Queen? Have you been picked up in another tunnel or something?
I'm an engine. What interest does a locomotive have in music?
Whack at you big woodland pixie. Culture yourself with some Freddie Mercury.
Oh my god, lid.
Gonna prat about, listening to music, when there's a railway to run.
Oh, you're a nobody if you don't know Queen. You must have at least heard their music. How about this one? So you think you can stone me and spit in my yard?
Please
Someone
stop.
made me So you think you can love me and leave me at dry?
Idiot told him he could sing.
How Murdoch wished he could stop the noise. But because he wasn't even in the shed with the other engines, there was no way to make them quiet! In the mornings, a workman's train runs up to the quarries, such as the stone quarry at the end of Thomas's branch line. Toby was taking one of these trains and was surprised to see Murdoch pulling into the station so early.
Oh, hello, Murdoch. How are you getting on?
Don't even ask.
Hissed the big engine.
Oh, okay then.
See, you get it. No one else on this railway knows when to hold their wheezing and to just embrace the silence.
Don't they now?
No, they don't. The main line is plagued with child boxes, hot-tempered load moves, and busy yards. I just want somewhere quiet for Christmas.
You have to remember, it's a time people and engines spend celebrating and enjoying each other's company. We've had lonely Christmases before, haven't we, Henrietta?
Oh, indeed. They were dreadful.
Oh, absolutely. We can only hope to never have them again.
Yeah.
Well, let me have 'em instead. Actually, you work in the country, don't you? Out on the branch lines.
Yes?
Do you know any sheds I could stay at?
You'll have to make your way up the branch line first. I'm sorry, Murdoch, but you're just too big for the branch lines. In any case, as they say, there's no room at the inn.
Of course there isn't.
Anyway, you wouldn't like the country villages. They're near farmland where the farmers, like McCall, has his sheep.
Sheep?
Stammered Murdoch.
As in the woolly, bleating clouds that make your jumpers.
Well, not mine per se, but you get the gist.
Aye, well, I get the feeling the first train will be waiting for me. See you later, Toby.
Oh, see you, Murdoch.
Oh, those big engines. Oh, Toby, stop.
Try as he might, Murdoch couldn't find anywhere to stay that would grant him the silence he was hoping for. He was out of options and running out of time. He vented his troubles to Henry in the yard.
Oh, it's nae good, Henry. I've tried everywhere and no one's got room for a big engine like me. What does an engine have to do to get a quiet break?
You could always try the ironworks.
Joked Henry.
Excuse me?
They're always accepting engines, in any condition.
You've got a sick sense of humour, you know that.
Molly arrived, shunting some coaches for her next train.
And there won't be snow at Hanover this Christmas time. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Molly. You having a little sing-song? Oh, yes, I can't help myself. I'm going giddy with excitement. And only a week away till our Christmas sing-song. Are you looking forward to it, Murdoch?
Oh, he can't wait. He hasn't stopped talking about it. Have you, Murdoch?
No, I haven't. And you know, it may be if I get my work done sooner. Christmas will come sooner. And so will the sing-song.
Murdoch desperately hurried away, not realising that a train of trucks were being shunted by Percy across his line.
Oh, and we'll all have a merry time. Oh, you know, I might be going giddy with excitement too. Oh, joy to the world. Wait, Murdoch, mind the...
Oh, Murdoch!
Oh! Trucks. Ow!
Oh my. You know, I didn't think anything would ever knock him off the rails.
Oh, goodness. Murdoch, are you all right?
I think so.
Phew. But watch where you're going in future. You're big enough to get a good view of the rails.
Percy.
What?
Be quiet.
The Fat Controller came from his office to inspect the collision.
Now then, how did this happen?
My fault, sir.
Sighed Murdoch.
Wasn't looking where I was going.
In a yard as big as this? We can't have engines running blindly around the railway like that.
You're right. And I'm sorry, sir. I won't be so clumsy again.
Please see to it that you aren't.
The Fat Controller took a look at Murdoch.
It is most awkward. that this would happen at this time of year. I don't think you'll be running again until after Christmas.
Henry returned with a crane.
Well done, Henry. When Murdoch is on the rails again, please take him to the works.
You've got it, sir.
Oh, Murdoch. I'm so sorry.
Except for when Murdoch got a repaint, he hadn't visited the works since his arrival to Sodor. It was a noisy workshop, just like any other, and now he was going to be stuck there. But Murdoch had a pleasant surprise awaiting him.
Well, I'll just have to accept it's going to be a racket over the holiday.
At a big station? Oh, yeah. I've always wondered what their Christmas parties are like.
No, I meant here, Harvey.
Here? Oh, no. See, the thing is, Murdoch, the works is closed over Christmas. I'm afraid that us workshop engines will be in our own shed.
You mean it'll just be me in here? No engines, no workmen, or partying?
I could get only in here. If you want, I can have a word with the manager and shunt you to...
No. No, thank you, Harvey. Really. Thank you. That's the best news I've had all month.
Well, you're welcome.
Yes.
I suppose.
Oh, I'm feeling that Christmas spirit now.
He's a peculiar
it's
woman,
going to
Murdoch.
be amazing.
Murdoch was uncharacteristically merry for the rest of the day. He still had to put up with a few more days of noise, and he felt sorry for his friends back at the big station. But the enormous engine couldn't help but feel at peace. Most engines and people would feel horrible for Murdoch and long for company over the holidays. But that introverted engine took great joy in having his quiet Christmas.
We'll all have peace. I don't know if that's how it goes, but I don't really care.
We mustn't tell him about the New Year's fireworks. I think it might piss him off. Don't you?
I'm sorry. They do what on New Year's?
The big station, as one might guess, is big. The big station, as one... Being serious now, come on.
Yeah, well, most call it singing. Most should call it a racket. I said most too many times. Crap. Oh, my stomach rumbling ain't actually coming through on this recording. I should probably eat something soon.
Murdoch coasted through the... He coasted through my lisp.
Where'd you get Paul from? It's Murdoch. I'm turning into James. Oh, hello. It should be me getting this special. I had it last year. What's wrong? Oh, for goodness sake, it's the 80s. You can't make a Braveheart reference in your script. No one's going to get it because it's the 80s. Braveheart didn't come out for another decade. You'll have to use Macbeth and Macduff and just like it. That timber mill. That timber mill, no Wellsworth. I can't see the lane. This is a really bad lane. So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye?
You'll have to make your way up the branch line first. I'm sorry, Murdoch, but you're just too big for the branch lines, my boy. SpongeBob, me boy! In any case, how do I say it? There's no room at the jug. Anyway, you wouldn't like the country villages. They're farmland, see, where the farmers, like McCall, has his cows.
And there you go.